All right, this is a second video. I wanted to show what was wrong with this wheel up here. So pulled it off. You can see the fender. It's really bad. Fender's shot, so that's not going to be replaced. But I pulled it off. You can see right here the inner tie rod end. It's completely broken off right there. So there it is right there. So it just snapped off. However, looking underneath here, this doesn't really, the basic frame of the car, I don't see any major damage. This car is actually, I'm surprised that they totaled it, to be honest. It doesn't look that bad. I don't see any major frame bending or anything. I still haven't got the engine, the hood popped off yet. But this part right here would have to be pushed back into shape for sure. The inner fender is definitely, that would need some body work right there for sure. But if you look at the frame rails, the frames are right here. That still looks pretty straight. I don't see anything. There's some bending right here, of course, that would need to be fixed. But that's not a structural thing. That's not. The car still looks like it's pretty straight. And if you look at this crack, I don't know if I said it in the previous video, it looks like the hood, when the car hit whatever it hit up here in the front, it just pushed the hood back, bent the hood back, and the hood just hit the windshield. So when I first saw this, I thought maybe the frame was bent out of shape, but I think it was just the hood just came out of whack and just whacked the windshield. So if looking at here, it looks like everything is, so like I said, I still haven't got the hood open yet, but it looks like it's pretty straight right there. The other thing that's bad, you look down here carefully, right there, see this bent right here? That's bent. That's the lower control arm. So the lower control arm is shot. That's going to be replaced too. So for the suspension, it looks like the lower control arm and the inner tie rod end are both bad. But I don't see anything. Looking at there on the rack, I don't see anything bad. I don't see any power steering fluid leaking out. It just looks to me like it broke. Outer tie rod end is probably okay, but let's see. Now the interesting thing is, brakes are good. They're all rusty. That's normal. But no matter what I do, hold on a second. I'll put a glove on here. If I try to move the wheel, I grab it and try to move the wheel, it will not turn. I cannot turn, so it's locked in position. So it's locked. I can't turn this wheel left or right. It's really jammed in there good. So my guess is that probably the only thing it can be is right here. The lower ball joint is probably wedged in place and it's probably keeping it from turning because there's nothing else keeping it from moving at this point. So looks to me like maybe you're just replacing the lower control arm, the inner tie rod end, and probably just throwing in an outer tie rod end as well, just to throw that in there. It might just be able to be driven. The brakes don't look bad aside from the rust, but that should go away pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't see anything. Strut doesn't look too bad. So I will see what I can do about that. As far as what I pulled off, here's the wheel. That's pretty well shot. I'm pretty sure that you cannot repair this. The only reason I would even think about it is because it looks like an original wheel. And since it's an older car, it's always nice to keep the original wheel. That's that's a pretty bad groove right there. And it's kind of scuffed up right there. That's pretty bad. So I hate to it'd be nice to keep the original wheels, but I don't think it's possible to save this one. The other three still look pretty good. These were the inner fenders. I just popped those off real quick. So the other thing I found, this battery was in the trunk. I can't test it yet, but it looks like it's never been used. It still has the caps on the top. So I can't test it yet because my battery charger was out in the rain and I had to lay it dry off before I test it out. But so that's it right now. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know.